Hello everyone, welcome you all. In this video, we are going to learn about ERD and joins in SQL. ERD stands for Entity Relationship Diagram. So let's get started with ERD. In the previous video, we have seen that there are multiple tables in a database. Now, ERD is a representation of those tables. It's like a floor plan. It gives us an idea of how different entities or tables are connected. They are extremely useful to get an overall idea of a database in very less time. So this is how an ERD diagram looks like. So as we have seen, we had multiple tables named as movie, then genre, role mapping, names, director mapping, and ratings. And these are the columns in each of these tables. Now this diagram is giving us a first-hand idea that how these tables are interconnected. Fields marked with star are the primary keys of each table. With the help of this primary key, we can decide that through which particular column we are going to join or merge these tables. A line connecting between two tables indicates that a relationship exists between them. So I can find out that in genre table and movie table, there is a relationship. Similarly, between role mapping and movie, there is relationship. But in role mapping and genre, there is no line attached. That means they are having no relationship between them. So in summary, I can say that ERD diagram is very useful when you are having a huge dump of data with multiple tables, multiple columns. So in that case, we refer to the ERD diagram. It will give us the entire plan, entire map of our data in a very easy manner. It helps us to know that what all tables, what all columns we are having. Based on that, we can explore those particular tables for the required columns. I hope it is clear. Now next we are going to learn about what is joins. Joins is a very interesting and important concept in SQL. Well, joins is used when we want to query multiple tables. In simpler terms, when I want to merge two tables. In that case, I need to use joins. And for performing the join, it is very important to find out what is the primary key in both those two tables. Let us see. The first join is inner join. It returns only the rows that have matching values in both the tables. Say for example, we are having two tables, city table and the country table, and we have respective columns in both these tables. Now here, if I want to merge both these tables, I want to find out which is the primary key. So here I can see that country ID and ID is the primary key through which we can merge both these tables. Now in inner join, it will only return the matching values in both the tables. So here I can see that the country ID and the ID we have 1 and 2 are the matching values. So it will only return the corresponding entries of these two columns. So if I want to display the name from the city table and the name from the country table with the help of these primary key, let us see how we can do it. So I will be writing select. I wanted the name from city table and then the country table. So I will be writing city dot name, comma, country dot name. Whatever you want to see in the output, you will be writing it beside select. Then you want this from city, which will be inner join with country. And on what basis the inner join will happen? It's on the primary key. And as we have seen, we have the primary key as country ID for the city table and ID from the country table. So in that case, I will be writing here on city dot country ID equals to country dot ID. Now let me run this. And as you can see, it is giving the output as name and the second column as name, because here I wanted to display city.name and country.name. So it had extracted the name column from city and the name column from country for only those entries where the primary keys has the matching value. Next we have left join. It returns all the rows from the left table. In our case, it's the city table, and the matched rows from the right table. That's the country table. If there is no match, it returns null for the right table columns. So in simpler terms, it will give the first priority to the city table and it will showcase all the things that are there in the city table. Then if there is any matched rows with the right table, that's the country table, those things will be showcased. Let us see this on MySQL Workbench. So it will be exactly written in the same format. Select what all things I want to display in the output. Name from the city table and the name from the country table. So I have written select city.name, country.name. Now from which table I want to showcase it? From city, it will be left join with which table? Country table. On what basis? City dot country ID equals to country dot ID. Here we have defined the primary key for each of the tables. And we will end the query with a semicolon. Now let's run it. And as we can see in the output, it is showing Paris, Berlin and Warsaw from the city table and France and Germany from the country table. Because we had the primary keys as 1, which is same in the country table as well. So that's why Paris from the first table and France from the second table is shown. 2 is common. That's why Berlin is shown from the first table and Germany is shown from the second table. Then it will give preference to the left table. So here we have for 4 Warsaw. That's why Warsaw is shown. But 4 is not matched with any other value. So in that case, there will be null. And so is the output. Paris, Berlin, Warsaw, France, Germany and null. Exactly opposite to left join is right join. It returns all the rows from the right table, that's the country, and the matched rows from the left table, that's the city table. If there is no match, it will return null for the left table columns. So here ideally the output will be, so here it will first give preference to the country table and then to the city table. So it will show France, Germany and Iceland from the second table. And we have 1 and 2 as the matching values for the first table. It will show Paris and Berlin from the first table. So our output will be looking like Paris, Berlin from table 1 and France, Germany and Ireland from table 2. Let's see this on MySQL. Select city.name, country.name from city, and now we are doing right join on, and it will be on the primary keys. So city dot country ID, because the name of the primary key in the city table is country ID, equals to country dot ID, because in the country table the primary key is ID, and semicolon. Let me now run it. So as we discussed, we are getting Paris and Berlin from table 1 and France, Germany and Ireland from table 2. Now next we are having full join. It is used when we want to return all the rows where there is a match in either the left table or the right table or both. And if there is no match, it will return null for the columns of the table without a matching row. That means we will be giving equal importance to both the tables and we will be showcasing everything, including all the values from both the tables. Let us see this on MySQL Workbench. So it will be exactly like the right join. You simply copy this and paste it, and in the middle just change it to full join. The rest it will be all same. And if we now run it, we are getting the output as city name and country name, where we have Paris, Berlin, Warsaw, and null under city name, and France, Germany, null and island under the country name. Next we have is cross join. It returns all the possible combinations of rows from both the tables. That means Paris, France, Paris, Germany, Paris, Island, Berlin, France, Berlin, Germany, Berlin, Island, and so on. Let us see this on MySQL workbench. So let me copy the previous statement and we will change in the center. We will make it cross join. In cross join, we need not to give the primary key reference. So I'm just removing it and ending it with the semicolon and then run it. And as you can see in the output, Warsaw, France, Berlin, France, Paris, France. Then Warsaw, Germany, Berlin, Germany, Paris, Germany, Warsaw Island, Berlin Island, Paris Island. So we are basically getting all the possible combinations from both the tables. So I hope it is clear. So to summarize quickly, whenever we need to merge two tables or we want the output to refer two tables and give us the result, we go for joins. With this, we have come to the end of the video. In the next video, we will learn querying and filtering. See you then. Bye-bye.